back to Rustic and Lace DIY. For those of you who are new, my name is Brenda and this is Oliver, and we are so happy you have joined us today. If you're returning, well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much for your support, and grab some lemonade because today's theme is lemons. This will be part one of a part two series, so have those notification bells on because we will be uploading on Saturday the part two. So let's begin. Okay, we're going to start out with this little cutie. And we're going to start by using these lemons I bought at Hobby Lobby and this scoop that I bought at the Dollar Tree, as well as some assorted ribbons. What you would want to do is go ahead and start out by painting this scoop. And I am using Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant. And I'm going to paint the inside and the outside as well as the handle. Now you can paint this any color you want, but this is what I'm going for, is the galvanized look. So I'm taking a paper towel and dabbing it into a lighter gray color. I believe it's Silver Lining of Waverly chalk paint. And I'm dabbing it all around, and then I go in with some white and I do the same thing, although I got a little heavy-handed with the white. It was showing up too much, so I went back in with both grays and just kind of blended it in and smoothed it out a little bit more. And then once I was done with that, and it was dry, I put some lemons there, and then I took my assortment of ribbons and I cut them out. I think they were about 4 to 6 inches. You can do whatever you would like. And then I just cut 2, and some of them I cut 3 strips of each, and then we are going to make a messy bow. And this ribbon had wire in it, so I just took the wire out. And then you're going to just make an X by layering each piece of ribbon on top of the other, and then I take some of that baker's twine and I'm just tying it around and cinching it up really tight, and you have a messy bow. And then I hot glue it on, and there it is. Really easy. A real simple one for you. I did go back and dovetail the ends. Looks like I missed a couple there. I need to go back and dovetail them, but I just think it's really cute for like a tier tray, which is where mine is gonna go. And then for the next DIY, we are doing another easy project. This is a picture using the picture from that calendar that I got at the Dollar Tree. I started off with this spring picture, and I cut off the twine that was on it, and then I was able to lift that banner off. I stuck it aside to use for another project, and then this front part of the board came off so easy. I couldn't believe it. It was nice. So then I'm just going to trace it out with this paper. The paper I got from a book of papers that I bought at Michael's. It was 2 of those books for $19.99, which is really good price. Normally you only get 1 book for that price. Then I just trimmed it down to the right size of that board, and here I'm just going to hot glue it on, and there it is. And so then I'm going to take my glue stick and I'm just going to put that all over on the back of that calendar page. The hot glue I think would have been too hot for it and would have made lines, so I only used that glue stick. And then I'm just going to lay it in on that board there that we created with the paper and smooth it on. Then I decided it needed something more, so I took some of that baker's twine and I'm going to hot glue it around that picture, and I am just dabbing on a little bit of hot glue on each corner, and that way you don't have a lot of messy hot glue on that small string. And once I get done doing that, I do go in and put a little bit of glue in the middle on the top and the bottom of that baker's twine, just to hold it in place. And then I go ahead and I take the solid yellow and then the yellow and white print, and I make a little shoestring bow with both of them, and I'm just going to hot glue that into the corner there. And I do end up gluing the little legs because when I lifted it up, it was covering the words, so I didn't want that. So I did put a little hot glue there and got that tacked into place. And so I looked at it and thought, it still needs something. What does it need? So I remembered I have these stickers that I got from the Dollar Tree, and there's some lemons in it. So at first I was going to color them with these markers, but I just didn't like the way it looks. So I used some yellow paint and colored all the lemon parts, and then I traced it out with the white paint pen, and now I'm just taking some white paint and a really small paintbrush and making little seeds on the inside. Then I take one of those puffy adhesive dots and I hot glued it onto the back, and there you go. And then here I'm just taking a back of a picture frame that I didn't need, and I'm hot gluing that to the back because I wanted it to stand, and there it is, as easy as lemon pie, or should I say easy squeezy, lemon treesy? No. Easy peasy, I don't know, whatever the saying is. So there you go. And the color yellow that I used is FolkArt Lemon Custard. And then there is the next cutie pie, and this I used this same paper and then this sign from Dollar Tree, as well as some Dollar Tree vinyl. So I started off by just using my little scraper to get that Home Sweet Home sign off, and then I just sand down where it was. And I'm just going to go over the whole sign with that white chalk paint. I wasn't going to do the ledge. In fact, I didn't do the ledge part on one side, but I ended up doing it on the other side. I am making this as a two-sided picture just because I'm planning on putting it on my tier tray as well. So I'm painting both sides of it. Once I get done painting it, I get my vinyl, and I made a lemon wedge off of my Cricut machine. You could do that, or you can probably find stencils, paint it on if you're a good painter. There's a lot of options you can do. So now I'm just taking that paper and I'm going to trace it out to fit those little ledges that are on that sign as well. And I cut two, one for each side. And then once I have that all cut out, I will hot glue it on to those ledges as well. And then once that is on, I take some transfer tape, which is also from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to put this lemon wedge onto that board. Now, this is the first time using the Dollar Tree stuff. My review on it is that the vinyl is not as sticky as some of the vinyl that I have used in the past. It works good on the bigger pieces. It was a little harder when it came to smaller pieces. The transfer tape is not too bad. It's better than the Cricut Stronghold that I have. That stuff is really strong, and I probably should be using a different kind. Once I use it up, I'm using something else. But for this, it didn't work too bad. I was pleasantly surprised for $1. Not bad at all. So there, I got it all on, and just weeding off that little seed that was there. Then I created a sign on my Cricut as well, and it says, when life gives you lemons, make something sweet. So I am putting this on my sign, and this is where it got a little tricky, and that's where I said, or that's when I was saying that it doesn't seem to work as well with the smaller parts. When I was trying to take the vinyl off the backing, it kept pulling up the letters, and I had a heck of a time getting it all straight. So my review for Dollar Tree vinyl is it's better for bigger pieces and not so good for the small. So once I get this all off, which should take any moment here, there we go. I decided to take that same yellow that I used in the last DIY, and I'm just going to paint around the lemon wedge just to bring in that yellow. And I paint that as well along that ridge of the front piece that's there. And once that was dry, I took my baker's twine, and I'm just making a little bow, and I'm trying to figure out where to place it. And since it's kind of hard to read, especially on camera, that saying with that background of the paper, I decided I was going to use that twine to kind of make a frame, so that would help help the wording pop out a little bit more. So I'm just putting little dabs of hot glue on the ends and here and there just to get it on, and you don't want to have too much hot glue on there, otherwise it will make the twine look messy. And once I got that all done and trimmed off, I make a little bow and I just put that on the corner as well. And I do use hot glue to adhere that. And then once I finish that, I just put some Mod Podge on, and the reason why I do the Mod Podge is because that vinyl doesn't seem real sticky. I felt like maybe I should use some Mod Podge just to give it a little bit more protection, so that it doesn't fall or come off, especially since it's going to be in an area where it could be handled a little bit more. And then I am done with that. I'm playing with my glue here. Oh, kind of like being in school. Okay, here is that cute little project. Really easy. Like I said, these are some easy ones for you guys today. And for the next project, we are going to do this cute little bouquet. And now I absolutely love this one. I found this milk jug, I guess you could call it, at our local grocery store. And so I was so excited. It was marked down. It was Easter stuff marked down 75%, and I got it for 74 cents. So I start off by using my heat gun to get that picture off the front, and then I use the Goo Gone to wipe off any of the residue from the glue. And then I'm taking my chip brush and I am just distressing all around the edge of the top part of that can. Milk can, I guess that's a better word for it, huh? Milk can. And I do get a little extra on the edge there, which I like because it makes it look like it's chipped. But anyways, I went around the whole top, and then I'm going to go around that whole edge. And as I was doing that, I kept smearing it or getting it onto the middle part, and I didn't like the way it was looking. So I do end up getting a really small paintbrush and just highlighting that rim. And then I go around both handles, and I go around the little seam that's on the back, and then I do go around the bottom as well and just color that all in. And then when I was done, I decided that it was just too bright and too yellow and bright, too shiny, I guess is the right word. So I took that chip brush and I just threw some gray paint all around it. And then I'm going to use a baby wipe to just kind of smear it in. That way it gives it a little more dirt and looks a little like it has more wear and tear. And then I do the same thing on the upper or inside rim. Then I take some of this floral foam and I am hot gluing it into the inside. And I'm sorry, you can see my dogs and my husband in the background. He was coming to see what I wanted for dinner because I had a headache and didn't feel like cooking. So, so then I just poke the lemons in there, and then I cut the blueberries, which I got the blueberries and the lemons both at Hobby Lobby. I think the lemons were $6.99 and the blueberries $4.99, but they were 50% off of that. So Hobby Lobby has great florals. So whenever they have the 50% off sale, if you need it, that's when I would say to go. So I just stuffed them all in here, and then I got this ribbon from Michael's. Now it says $9.99 on it. I know I got it on sale. I don't remember how much it was though, but I saw it and it was one of those things that I loved because I knew I wanted to do lemons and I wanted to do blue. So the lemons and blueberries that are on that ribbon was just perfect. So I just take a strip and I hot glue it along the neck of that milk can. And then I'm measuring out, I think I do 10 inches. I'm going to cut out 2 pieces that's about 10 inches, which you can do any size you want. And then I'm going to hot glue them into a circle, each piece. And once they are both hot glued, I will flatten them out and layer them on top of each other. And this is going to be a bow. And so I take that bow and I just kind of scrunch it up to make sure that's the size I wanted. And then of course I'm measuring it here to see, to make sure that I can tie that twisty thing around the middle, because I'm so bad at getting it crooked. So once I have the twist tie on there, then I cut out another piece of ribbon to make for the legs. And then I'm going to use some of that blue gingham print ribbon, and I'm cutting it to the same size and going to make it a double tail or double legs, whatever you call it. And then I'm going to attach them with the rest of that twisty tie. And then once it's all twisted on, I'm going to just kind of fluff out the legs and fluff out the middle and cut a piece of the gingham again to wrap around the middle so that it covers that twist tie. And it gives it a cute little extra as well. And then once I have that all done, I am going to dovetail the ends. And to dovetail, you just fold it in half and then cut at an angle along the fold line downward, I guess is the way to say it. And then once that's all done, I am going to hot glue it onto the can, and we are finished with our fourth super easy project. And I just think it is absolutely adorable. So if you like this video and if you are new, I would really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. And for all of you, give me a thumbs up and hit that like button. It really does help YouTube know that you like my video, and it helps them promote my video even more. So I would really appreciate it if you did that. So we are going to see the next video here, the view of the last four items. And if you stay tuned, I have a little something for you to laugh at the end. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment box below, and don't forget to hit that like button and go pour yourself a glass of lemonade and sit back and enjoy your day. You guys have a great day, and don't forget, Saturday I'm going to have part 2 in this lemon series, so have your notification bells on and ready to see it. It's lemons! So get your lemonade, drink up, and enjoy. We'll see you in a few. See you in a few? Okay. It's Brenda, and I welcome you, and I hope you see life. I hope you see what I like. Okay. And you like what you see, I just would be really excited. Okay, notification bell, that way you're notified when YouTube. I'm gonna have a lot of bloopers. I'm gonna have to show the bloopers at the end.